Hey, everybody. So, when we were thinking about what we might talk about today on Frontline's Corner, it was pretty much impossible to avoid looking out the window. For those of you who don't know, my firm is headquartered at the beautiful 30 Rockefeller Plaza building, and we have a really cool view of New York City, except for today we don't, because New York is blanketed with an unbelievable smoke screen from wildfires in Canada. And it prompted me to think a little bit about most of my career, which I have spent investing at least part of the time in sustainable futures and in fighting climate change. We've been talking for a long time about the fact that these effects will become more visible, and even thought that things like this might happen. But even so, it is jarring, and it really takes you aback to see it in real life. It made me think a little bit about what we can do in the tech industry to avoid or mitigate things like what we're seeing today and the quality of the air in New York and frankly all across parts of the US, and then also what we can't do. You see, I think there's really interesting things that tech can do to help fight climate change. And there's things we can do, of course, at the front end: renewable energy, energy efficiency, battery technology, electric vehicles, things that we have been super excited about for well over a decade and a half here at HL. And then there's also things that we've done in the built environment, for example, post 9/11 and certainly post COVID. So, for example, in this building right now, the air quality is great. We upgraded all the filters here over the last few years. And so we do have tech working in our favor. But when push comes to shove, do we really want to live in a world where we depend on really advanced HEPA filter scrubbers just to be able to survive? And the minute you step outside, you're in kind of a post-apocalyptic environment? My answer to that is no. And that means that there are limitations to what tech can do to prevent and mitigate what's going on now in the world, the very tangible real world effects that we can see just out the window. And we human beings, we react to the things that affect our lives on the day to day. It's really hard to get excited about something that might happen in 2040. This is happening today. And so as much as I have faith in tech, and I really do, this is what we do for a living here, I also believe it's important for us as a population to take as fodder and as motivation for action days like today that bring this home and make it real. And it means that we need to be, of course, leveraging every sinew that we have in the tech industry and venture capital to put these great solutions forward and help protect and promote people on the planet. But it is equally important for us to push our elected officials to take action at a state level, at a federal level, and transnationally. These wildfires are not in our country. We do have a bunch of them in our country too, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because the air we breathe is the same around the world.